Alright, here we are with the Garrett ATX again. We're going to do the 8-inch mono test, and I just wanted to show you guys both the coils here. And a little note about the big coil here. You're pretty much going to hit the same size gold, real tiny stuff, 0.1 gram, as you would with this 8-inch coil. And I'm going to show you that. We got a nugget right here laying here. This sucker is tiny, right there. 0.12 gram. So you're going to see that the big double D stock coil picks it up just as easy as this picks it up. Now, like on the competitors' detectors, like the MindLab GPX 5000, to pick up something like that, you got to get a mono coil on it. Not always. You can have a really tiny double D, but most of the time you have to put a mono coil on that thing to pick it up. But on this one, the stock coil will do it all. The big advantage for this is it'll go in tight places. You snipe some of these bedrock cracks and get nuggets out of them. Or if you just don't want to swing this coil, but it's pretty light. So I'm going to be back in a second, hook up the coils to the detector and show you both detectors detecting this tiny nugget. And see that the stock coil is extremely efficient in getting the small gold for a double D coil. Be back in a sec. Alright, so I'm about to scan this little nugget with this coil. Another thing about this coil versus the mono, of course it mask out the iron minerals a little better than the mono coil. That's another reason to use this. If it's really hot ground, this will help out in that, but the mono coil might be a little noisier. So I'm going to turn this thing on, fire it up. Four beeps, baby. Alright, here we go. There's the little nugget right here. Right there. Picking it up. As always, we're looking at 2 inches there. Pretty good. Alright, so I'm gonna put the mono coil on here in just a second, and I'll be right back with it. Alright, here we are with the 8-inch mono on the ATX. We're at wide open sensitivity. She's going to be a little noisier on this ground just because it's a mono coil. We're going to do that little tiny nugget there. Same one. You're going to see that that big double D with that special center, sensitive center, is actually just a little more sensitive than this mono coil. You hear it. About 2 inches right there. That's a 0.12 gram nugget. But it's a little noisier on the ground here, you see. Got to ground balance it. But it's picking up this little nugget just like that big double D coil did. That's the advantage of that big coil, man. I tell you what, you're still going to hit that small gold. Now look at this. Remember my other videos, here's that big iron seam. Nasty stuff. Watch this. This mono coil is gonna pick it up. The double D ignored it a lot more, so I'll ground balance over that thing. Takes a little longer. There we go. She's quiet now, so it's ground balance over this iron seam. Iron vein, whatever you want to call it. See? A lot quieter. But we might miss that nugget now because we had to ground balance this thing. We still got it. That's good. Still got it. Alright, so the conclusion of the 8-inch mono test to get small gold is you don't have to use that coil to get these small pieces. You can also use the big double D coil. It'll get those small pieces of gold. Pretty cool, huh?